You guys may have seen this on my Twitter and Instagram. It is finally here, the world's smallest working Game Boy by a company called Pocket Sprite. Now, I originally backed this like 6 months ago on Indiegogo, and it has finally arrived. And I'm kind of excited. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, so there's definitely going to be a full review and kind of my opinions on it. There are good and bad opinions, but like the unboxing experience is really cool. I do like their logo. It's got that nice shiny red tint to it. You've got this little guide here, which basically what you have to do is your Game Boy will send off a Wi-Fi signal. You connect your laptop to that Wi-Fi signal and then download ROMs through your laptop, and it will just instantly connect to your Game Boy, which is pretty cool. It comes with 16 megabytes of storage, which allows you to add about 100 small ROMs or up to 10 really large ROMs. I was packing in about 20 games into this before it started playing up with storage. And in the box, you basically get a really small micro USB cable and an adorable little screen protector. Check out that. So it's nice that they add that. The packaging's really cool. So before I go anywhere, they haven't sponsored this video. I bought this out of my own money. It came in at $50. So it is an expensive piece of kit for what it is. This is basically a keyring that can play Game Boy games. Now, what can it play? It can play Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, Sega Master System, and Game Gear games. And as I said, you can get about 100 games into this. So by turning it on, you just hold the button on top here. Now I apologize if you can't see this. And it already opens up what I was originally playing, which is Pokemon here. So it's playing Pokemon straight from the previous save that I have. And it basically, so yes, it does save directly to the Pocket Sprite here, which is really cool. And even if you take off the ROM, if you didn't want it, and then bring it back, it will still have its saved state in here, which is really cool. So straight out of the box, like design wise, they've done a really good job. Now this is why I think it's so expensive, because they've done a cracking job on the build quality of this. Now it comes with like this matte black rubberized shell, which I really do dig. It doesn't show fingerprints. You can get a number of different editions, like there's a transparent one. It costs more, I think. But yeah, you can obviously tell it looks not identical, but very similar to the original Game Boy and a Game Boy Color here. It's got the really nice button layout. Now the buttons, I'll admit, they're hard to press. Like if you look here, my thumb covers up like every arrow button there is. So I actually have to like use my nails to get around, which isn't a problem, but if you're playing like racing games or like stuff which you need kind of like high reaction speeds to, you're not really going to want to play it on this. And large games as well, like Pokemon, you'll see if I go and read like a sign, that text is ridiculously small. You're not going to be able to read that. So if you're playing long strategy games or something like that, and you really want to get into the story, I don't advise using this either. But it's got a nice OLED screen on it, and this is actually Gorilla Glass on here as well. If you're not familiar with Gorilla Glass, it's what Apple used on the iPhone 5, 6, and possibly 7. Basically means it's super scratch resistant. It doesn't shatter under pressure. So it's really strong, sturdy glass in this little Game Boy here. And you've got the Pocket Sprite logo on the back there and the micro USB charging port. Now, to fully charge this, it takes 90 minutes. And I was getting about 2 or 3 hours gameplay out of it. So not the longest, but you got to remember this thing is absolutely tiny. Now, let's go into like the main menu. I apologize if the camera's really bad. Now to get into like the overlay menu, you just press the button on top. You can close emulator, reset game, which yes, does delete your saves, power down, or change ROM. So what I'm gonna do is actually go to change ROM, I think. No, let's power down, and then we'll go into the main menu and where you can see what emulators. Now I've only got 2 emulators on here at the moment, just to show you kind of how you switch between a Game Boy and a Game Gear, and it's done that again. Okay, we're just gonna go change ROM. We're gonna close emulator, save and state, and it should close the Game Boy emulator. There we go. So we're in the main menu here, and basically this is your Wi-Fi here, so that's what you log into, and then you have to go to that exact website to download your ROMs, which is kind of cool. It's very easy, and you can do it on your phone as well. So here you have my GNU Boy, which is the Game Boy emulator, and the SMS Plus, which is my Game Gear emulator. And as you saw then, I was playing a little bit of Pokemon. Now on my Game Gear emulator, I'm going to play Sonic the Hedgehog. Now this one fits better in terms of playing on a very, very small screen because it's, I don't know, it's just nice to run around and jump. So the OLED display is very, very bright, very saturated. It runs at 60 frames per second as well. And all the games I downloaded, they have no ghost in it. They have no frame drops because there's actually half a gig of RAM in here, which is quite high for a small emulator like this. So it runs all of the games super smooth. But because there's not many pixels, it does look a bit blurry in some places and some games. But nonetheless, games like racing games, I think, in Sonic the Hedgehog, it's just a really, really cool, fun experience to play with. So nonetheless, a really cool kind of item to give as a gift, or if you're taking around your friends, like I brought it into the office the other day, loads of people loved it. And wow, I think I just completed that level in like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. That was quick. So like overall, what do I think of it? Build quality is great. It's quick. You can install a load of games into it, but the $50 price tag just makes me, it hurts to think that I'm paying $50 for a keyring. And like, to be honest, I have been playing it a lot over the last like couple of weeks, but I feel like now once I've done the video and I've kind of played a load of games in it, I really do feel like this will probably end up like in my drawer somewhere or like in my desk. Just like, I feel like you have your original Game Boy. That's if you have an original Game Boy, why not play on your original Game Boy? Admittedly, you might not have the game, so you want to install the ROMs on here, but you could do that on your computer anyway. I just think it's a really good kind of gift to give someone, but I think if you're buying it for yourself to actually play ROMs, I don't think you'll last a couple of weeks. So there you have it, guys. Definitely let me know in the comment section below what you think of it. Do you think $50 too much? Am I being a little harsh? Possibly, I don't know. But nonetheless, a really, really cool product that I'm happy that's actually been released because I was waiting for something to give as a gift like this. So yeah, as per usual, thanks for watching. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more retro cool stuff like this, the miniature Game Boy. And as per usual, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.